$25 smartphone. Is it any good? This is the Alcatel Onetouch Sonic LTE smartphone. Its retail price is $25, and as you remember, I did an unboxing of it last week. So for the past week, I've been using this phone, and honestly, I've been very impressed. Because for $25, I really wasn't expecting much. In some cases, I was actually right. The rear-facing camera, which is proudly labeled HD 5 megapixels, is really bad. And the front-facing camera, which is 0.7 megapixels, I didn't even know they went that low, that's crazy, is absolutely horrible. They both have a weird tone and texture to them, where the pictures almost look like they've been photoshopped with a smooth touch filter or something. It kind of blurs everything together, and it just looks really artificial and bad, and the colors are flat and boring and bleh. But other than that, this is a pretty decent little phone. So the build quality of the phone is actually pretty decent. It doesn't rattle or creak when I do that, and it certainly doesn't feel cheap when I knock on the back like that. The back of it comes off fairly easy for an interchangeable battery, SIM card, and external memory, which you can expand over the, I think, 4 or 8 gigabytes that it comes with. The front glass is plastic, but honestly, having used this for about a week, the plastic really isn't a big deal. The phone isn't terribly thin, but it's not too fat either, and the sides are plastic that tend to get smudged up pretty easily, so that's something to watch out for. There is actually a very decent vibration motor in this thing, and all of the haptic feedback, like when you unlock or when you type, those are actually pretty good. Now, let's talk about the Android experience that you get on the Alcatel Sonic LTE. It's a pretty vanilla experience, there's not that much going on. The only bloatware that we actually get is this weird My Account thing from TrackPhone. Other than that, it's a pretty standard 4.2 Android OS experience, and this phone is actually quite capable of running Android. You can see swiping between pages and doing various different tasks. There's not much lag at all, and really I've been very impressed with the way that it has been handling this. There are 3 touch buttons down at the bottom that are actually illuminated, which is very cool. You wouldn't expect that in a $25 phone, but there they are. And everything honestly works very well. You get the sense that the phone was really designed to work with this version of Android. So let's try out a game. This one is called Stack, and it's actually a pretty popular game. I really like the graphics of this game, and honestly, the Alcatel is really capable of running this pretty well. You'll notice there's absolutely no lag going on. Now keep in mind, this isn't the most graphics intensive game, but, oh darn it, I lost. But the phone is able to handle it really quite well. So for minimally graphics intensive games like Stack or Monument Valley, Temple Run, Subway Surfers, Angry Birds, that sort of stuff, this phone is really quite capable of running all of that. So there's no worries about that. If you are running stuff like Real Racing 3 or some of the more heavy graphics intensive applications and games that you can get, you would probably run into some lag. But honestly, for a $25 smartphone, I was expecting basically a slideshow of the game as it goes in about 2 frames per second, so that's pretty decent. So overall, I'd say that the Alcatel Onetouch Sonic LTE is a pretty decent phone, and for $25, I mean, it's really hard to go wrong. You do get a full smartphone that you could put on any carrier with a GSM SIM card. I should note it's a micro SIM, not a nano SIM, so that's important. And really, it's not half bad. I would recommend this to anyone who needs a cheap phone, a good pay-as-they-go phone if they don't want to get a full-blown iPhone or a Galaxy or any of those. and it's a really good budget smartphone. As usual, make sure to follow me on Twitter at LukeMiani, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos and leave a like down below to support my content. And I will see you guys next week. We'll be taking a look at this. Ooh, exciting.